Hi there, Michael Griffiths here, founder of Referral Marketing Guru, and welcome to this week's Get More Referrals Today podcast. Today, I'm going to speak to you about networking events and referral groups. I'm going to ask this great question. Are they actually worth going to? Can I not just get referrals from my clients and get enough and therefore don't need to go to any of those sorts of events? And really, it's a good question because most people who do go to the events use them so incorrectly that they actually become a waste of time. Not the event themselves, but just the way they are at the event. So what I want to be able to pull apart here is what to actually do and how to utilize either networking events that you go to or referral groups that you're a part of so that you can actually increase the number of referral sources you have. So firstly, off the bat, networking events, referral groups are certainly a great place to be able to go and meet people. And that's what getting referrals is actually all about. It's about being able to meet more people, get into conversations with more people, and therefore have more people knowing what you do that they might be able to pass on to you. So let's dive into it. As always, if this is the first time you've come and joined us, welcome. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Get More Referrals Today on YouTube, on any of your favorite platforms. And if you've got any questions or you've got anything that you'd like some help with, make sure you just shoot us an email, support@michaelgriffiths.com.au, or comment wherever you are listening or watching this particular episode. So the question came to this. Is it actually beneficial to go to networking events or to be part of a referral group and increase my referrals that way? And it's a bigger question than just simply, yes, it is, or no, it's not. Now, for most people, depending on their experience with either networking events or particular referral groups that they've been a part of, will depend on their answer. But I can just about guarantee the way that they have shown up has probably been really incorrect. And that's why things haven't worked out. See, it's never the group and it's never the thing that you're going to. It's always how you approach it. So I want to start there before we get into going, what would I do if I was part of a referral group or if I was part of a networking event that I would go to all the time? How would I approach it? See, it starts off with your way of thinking. If you think that going to these groups, you are going to get business, you're already behind the eight ball because you're going there expecting to be able to get business. And if everyone in that group is going there expecting to get business, who's going to give the business? Who's actually there to help each other? Who's there to do what we actually should be doing, which is finding opportunities for other people? See, I've always said, whether it's at a networking event, whether it's at a referral group, whether it's just using your social media platforms, whether it's just the people that you meet when you're out and about, as long as you are talking to people, you have the ability to be able to create referral opportunities. A referral source is simply somebody who knows what it is you do, that you have a bit of a bond, you have trust between. They admire what you do and how you do it, and they have the ability to be able to speak about you to the people who are around them. It's as simple as that. That is what a referral source is. So therefore, why don't most people do it? Well, most people are so sort of centered around themselves and themselves surviving and how am I going to get what I want, that very rarely do people actually think about how to help somebody else. Like it's a rare breed of person. Especially with how society is today and instant gratification and you want results yesterday and pressure. Well, we go further away from actually trying to help other people. So networking wasn't created simply to be able to go, well, I'm going to come and hand out as many business cards as I can and pitch my stuff to other people. It's not why it was created. Networking was to be able to help you grow your networks. Okay? And your networks are people that you can form some sort of relationship with and you can find ways to be able to help one another. That's what networking was really all about. Now, networking is very much about How do I go somewhere and hopefully meet the one or two people in that room who need what it is that I sell so that I can make sales? And the people who go with that mentality straight away are behind the eight ball, because very few people are actually going to that event wanting to buy your stuff. So you're much better off actually going to the event going, how can I try to create collaborations with people? How can I just meet people? How do I stay curious to be able to find out what they're doing and what they're looking for? And maybe there's a way that I can help them. Because there's no faster way to be able to build trust or bond in somebody else than to do something for them. So often we get into this push our stuff mentality that it's not creating trust. It's not creating bond. People tell me, well, the best way for someone to trust you is for them to understand how you can help them and for them to be able to understand your solution. It's like, no, it's not. Right? They don't care about your solution until they care about you. And the fastest way to get someone to care about you is to show that you actually care about them. If you're not willing to be able to do that by doing something for them, then you can promote your stuff all you want. You can share your solution all you want. I don't care. And it was a prime example just the other day when I was on a call with somebody. And that call had been set up. I'd been introduced to them. And it was really to be able to find out more about them. That's the message I sent them. Hey, I'd love to be able to find out more about you and what you're doing. And for 10 minutes, they just spoke about themselves. They spoke about what they did. They spoke about their background. And that's fine, because my first question was, hey, let me find out about you. So that's what I was expecting, and that's what I was wanting them to be able to do. So I found out about them. And then in the end, it was like, fantastic. I'm really glad that I got to know and learn. Am I likely to do anything for them? Probably not. Am I going to be opening doors? Probably not. And it's not because they're not good at what they do. It's not because they don't have a good solution. They probably could. Everything always comes down to this feel. Is there a feel between the two of you of, I actually want to help this person or not? And that can't be done in a logical way. It's a feeling way. So the more you can do something for someone else and show them that you actually care about them, guess what you're doing to that feeling? Hey, you're making that feeling come to, I actually want to help this person. And then consciously, why do I want to help this person so much versus that person? And then you build greater trust and greater bond. So if you're going to events and you're using events as a way to grow your business and get more referrals, I need to focus on this. When I go to those events, I am looking for people where, hey, we're sort of the same. And what I mean by sort of the same, we've got the same sort of personality. We want to help others. We want to be able to, the conversations are easy. They've got a bit of personality. And when I find those sorts of people, I'm finding ways to be able to help them. Because every time I find a way to be able to help them, I show them that I care. And the more I show them that I care about them, the more that trust and bond is further developed. And as that trust and bond is further developed, that's when they'll start talking about you. So there's two paths when you go to these events. Path one, how do I get business? How do I get the stuff that I want? How do I make sure that everyone knows what I do? Hopefully someone might need what I do. And if they do, perfect. But you can't go with that mentality of path one. In path two, how do I find people to be able to help? How do I find people to be able to open doors for? How do I find people where I can just introduce them to other people in my networks? How do I find people that I can show them that I actually care about them a bit? Imagine if you had, 20, 30, 50, 100, couple hundred people that you would show that you actually cared about them, that you actually would do things for them. And all of a sudden, They're introducing you. They're talking about you. They're sharing you. You have this sort of little network meter. And if I was to say to you, how many people that you know right now are talking about you to somebody else, what would the number be? 0. No one that I know would be talking about me right now. Maybe 1 or 2. Maybe 5 or 10. But what we should be trying to do is get that number up. That if I was to ask you, like, I don't know, just take a guess, middle of the day, how many people have either spoken about you today or are speaking about you right now? And obviously, the higher that number is, the better opportunities you have for your business. And the only way that that can happen is by you getting into conversations with people, being curious about other people, finding ways to be able to help other people, opening doors for other people, introducing them to other people, and showing them that you actually care about them and whatever they're trying to achieve. The more you do that, the more they will also help you. Like, the whole purpose of getting to networking events, getting to referral groups is to get more business. The easiest way to get more business is by other people bringing you clients. Don't try to sell to them. You might get one sale, but they might be able to bring you 10, 12, 14, 100 new pieces of business. Like, that's got to be a better way of being able to use events. So think about your strategy right now. Is your strategy just going and going, hey, how do I sell? How do I pitch myself? Hopefully there's somebody who needs my stuff. Or is your strategy to build your networks? And the more people you bring into your networks, the more relationships that you get to have. And then from there, the more people who can actually talk about you to the people that they're using. Food for thought. How do I use networking events? I think it should be pretty clear. I find events where I know the sorts of people that have my clientele are going to be around. So we do a lot with service professionals. So I'm going to events where service professionals are going to be. I'm not trying to sell to any of those people that are there. I'm trying to introduce myself, find out more about them, ask questions, get curious, learn what are the things that they need right now. And then I'm trying to find a way that I might be able to help them. Now, there's some people who start talking to me and I just go, oh, get me away. Of course, there always will be. Hey, there's some people you naturally match with and there's some people you naturally don't. That's okay. That's the joys of getting out to different events. You don't know who's going to be there. So getting to events is about growing your networks and adding more people into your networks that you can have great relationships with. It's not about how many business cards can I hand out today. Hopefully that's been super helpful. Again, if building referral programs, if increasing your client retention, doubling the lifetime value of every single client that you have is important to you, reach out, support@michaelgriffiths.com.au. It's what we help service professionals build into their business. Till next week, take care. I'll speak to you real soon. See you later, all.